The HM Defense Hunter M5L. Let's check it out. Guys, there are a lot of AR-15s on the market, and honestly, most of them mil spec. I mean, they have some quality parts. Sometimes they have upgrades that can really bring the price up, or you can get them very reasonable. Today we're going to take a look though at something very unique. I've reviewed one of these before with the HM Defense. I call this my Bombproof AR-15. In fact, on the Sensible Prepper channel, I said that this is my SHTF Bombproof AR. Guys, there are some features on this rifle that keep it mil spec as far as the way it functions, and you can use all the different parts. But a couple of the weak links that are in your AR-15 gas impingement system are fixed with the HM Defense. I mean, it's pretty impressive. So we're going to take a look at their monoblock system with their gas port and also with their bolt carrier group. Because guys, there's some things here that are honestly ingenious. And then with the Hunter M5L, I mean, this is one of their limited edition camo patterns, and they do a lot of others, but they also do your standard black rifles. Now, new YouTube firearm policies state that you can't use a magazine that's 30 rounds. And so we used the 20 round mag pulls, and we also used a round blocker to make this a 20 round magazine. This is really dumb to have to do it, but just going to state it up front. And we want to thank HM Defense for sending the Hunter M5L for this review. The HM Defense Hunter M5L. This is a special edition version from HM Defense Technologies, but they also make your standard black rifles as well. This is in 5.56. They do make a 308, and they have other options that are coming. Now, this rifle, of course, with the camouflage pattern, it looks really unique. But honestly, it's the internals that make a huge difference with this rifle. I mean, at this point right now, a lot of the AR-15s out there, I mean, we've done reviews on them, and there's just not a lot of difference. But with the HM Defense, I call this a bomb-proof AR. Again, we did a whole video on Sensible Prepper that the HM Defense is my bomb-proof SHTF rifle. This is on a stand, so no magazine. Chamber is empty, and we're going to go ahead and drop the bolt. This is their battle-ready bolt, and it's got HMB right here on the bolt carrier. And we'll take a real close look at that when we field strip it. And we have our monoblock 5.56 dust cover. Now this is their 16-inch H-bar. It has the integral gas block, which is what they call their monoblock system. But the gas block is actually milled with the barrel, and so it's one piece. The beautiful thing about that is, number one, is it keeps it from, getting misaligned, getting off balance, defective with your gas system. But also it helps with the harmonics of the barrel, and so it's going to make it even more accurate. It's 4150 chrome moly vanadium. And it's match grade, it's triple honed, and it's button pulled for accuracy. And it actually has a Cerakote finish. It's 16 inches and it's 1 1/8 twist. And it has a mid-length gas system. The rail is a custom HM 15-inch free float handguard. It does have your Picatinny rail on top, and it has M-lock slots all along the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions. And they have the CNC machined muzzle brake. And Magpul M-bus sights. And also on the rear. HM Defense fully adjustable stock with rubber butt pad. And one of the HM Defense enhanced pistol grips. And this has some really nice laser etch texturing. And along with an enhanced trigger guard. The upper and lower receiver are forged 7075 T6 aluminum, and we have the HM logo embossed into the receiver. Mil-spec forward assist and charging handle, and also the trigger is mil-spec. On the end plate it has a QD swivel port. And guys, while it does have a number of upgrades to the rifle, definitely the inside is what we really want to take a look at. Now, the AR-15 was designed with a front sight post that was an integral gas block. This is a pretty strong system, and this is actually currently what the U.S. military uses. But because of free float handguards, really to increase your accuracy and make the rifle just more ergonomic and slim, and be able to put attachments on your handguard, there's gas blocks have been designed to be able to fit that were low profile. Now, in the stress of firing a rifle, there's a lot of pressure that's coming through here. This can be canted, it can be turned. If these screws come loose, this thing can just come loose, and then this is going to affect the reliability of your rifle, if not completely stop it. Now, here we have the HM Defense Monoblock. This is your gas block, but it is an integral part of the barrel. It's not been welded, it's not been attached in any way. This was actually from the original stock, the steel stock that the barrel's made of. They made the monoblock around it. And so this is one solid piece. It's always going to be aligned. There are no set screws here. The metals are identical. Now, another key element in reliability is your bolt. And bolts are very important. They really receive most of the brunt of the action when these are firing. I mean, they're slamming forward, they're bumping, they're pulling back. Your cam pin right here holds your firing pin into place. And you see this hole that goes through it. You place it in, your firing pin goes through, and this holds it, and then the bolt actually turns and pivots like this. So there's a lot of stress. Now, as you can see, it's just open, and there are two walls right here, and these walls are breaking points on a lot of bolts. So HM Defense decided to address that weak part of the bolt. And one big thing, and this to me is just innovative. I mean, it's just super innovative. It's a solid piece on the back. There's no open hole. It's going to eliminate that weak point right here. It's reinforced in the back. The cam pin itself has been shortened just a little bit to make it fit in here without going all the way through. And this is going to make this bolt really strong. And it'll be much more superior than your standard bolt. One great thing is HM Defense does offer these separately, and they fit into any of your standard M16 or AR-15 bolt carrier groups. So you're able just to switch this right out without any other change. The bolts are made from 9310 steel, and the cam pins are 4340 steel. So it's a very solid system. Appreciate Fiocchi for sponsoring the ammo, all made in the USA. Really good, reliable ammunition. And also we appreciate Lula Loaders. Makes it really easy to load these magazines. Guys, when it comes to the range, it shoots like an AR-15. You know, I mean, it's got all the same controls. Everything's the same. The big difference is the internals. With that monoblock system with your gas port, it's locked in. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to turn. It's not going to, you know, get off kilter. I mean, it is solid. Again, it's milled into the barrel. And, you know, it's just one of those things that's a little more expensive to do. But if you're counting on a rifle like this for an SHTF situation or just a home defense rifle, it's really comforting to know that if you pick the rifle up, that it's in line. Also, with the bolt carrier group, you know, guys, I mean, it's just solid. And again, it's the same configuration as your standard bolt carrier group, just upgraded. The difference is, you know, it's like it just integrates right with your standard rifle. There's no special things that you have to do. So when firing it, I know it's going to go off every time. I mean, I know it's going to stay together no matter how many rounds I put through it. Of course, you know, keeping it clean is important. But the balance, just like an AR-15, I mean, we shot about 500 rounds through it, just testing it, again, thanks to Fiocchi. But we were able just to, not only to shoot it with the iron sights, but we also wanted to put a scope on it. And of course, accuracy is very important. The takedown pin has a little dimple in it, makes it easier if you're going to take a punch to push it through. And we have a standard mil-spec trigger. And guys, mil-spec triggers are very reliable, even over a lot of your competitive triggers. And we have M4 feed ramps. Now we have an M16 bolt carrier group. Has a really nice finish. I don't think this is black nitride, but it doesn't really look phosphate as well either, which, you know, that's what the military specs are, but I like a little bit of a different finish. We have HMB engraved onto the bolt carrier. And this is what they call their HMB Battle Ready HM bolt. Pull out our firing pin retainer pin, drop the firing pin. And guys, honestly, it's this pin and the bolt that make a huge difference with this rifle. And just like we've shown, it has that solid end on it, and it just helps this, again, from breaking in half, which is one of the issues with the AR-15 bolt. Retail price is $15.95. Market price, I've seen them around the $1,100 to $1,200 range. But also you can get those parts separately. You can get the monoblock barrel separately. You can get the battle ready bolt separately. And so they do have some upgrades that you can put on your existing rifle. And they offer a lot of other parts and accessories. And the Picatinny rail that I have attached to the M-Lock rail is not included. Now while this looks like any other AR-15, obviously without the camouflage Cerakote, the internals really make the difference. It's a good quality rifle straight out of the box. With the additional upgrades that they've made on this rifle, it definitely sets itself apart. And this technology, guys, really makes your AR-15 rifle even better. Pros and cons, definitely pros. You know, with the monoblock gas system, with the battle ready bolt, you know, it's just a solid system. And everything else is really good quality. So for a good, solid AR-15, guys, that really takes care of a couple of major issues. The HM Defense M5, no matter what configuration, is just a great rifle. And it's something we're just not seeing anywhere else. So guys, if you're in the market for an AR-15, especially one that you really are going to count on, there's not a better option out there than the HM Defense. I mean, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of some of the premium companies, and yet it's got upgrades that go far beyond. And again, we appreciate HM Defense for sending the Hunter M5L, and there is the standard M5. There's a number of different rifles that they do offer. And of course, this is the Bombproof AR with all these different features. Rubber Dummies is one of the best training tools on the market, and you get a 10% discount using Sootch00 when you click the link down in the description. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Those guys are geniuses. Along with an enhanced, any pros or cons? I mean, definitely the pros on the interior. Retail price is about 15. Shoot, stay up there, turkey. And again, we appreciate HM Defense for sending the Hunter, the Hunter. Drop our firing pin. I didn't do that right. You know, it's funny, I saw one of these at Palmetto State Armory a few weeks ago, and I thought, why in the world would anybody buy this? Well, now I know. I'm just glad they came in a 3-pack. And guys, I'm just glad that YouTube's there to save us from ourselves.